Here is the news. The great blizzard that swept over southern England during the night, hundreds of roads are still blocked, but in the greater London area, train services have started to improve. There is a warning of more snow in the next 24 hours over most of Britain, and in eastern districts falls may be heavy. In the extreme southwest, a thaw has started, and it will spread gradually northwards and eastwards.
Oh, my fingers are cold.
It's been a fantastic day here in the south and west. With snowdrifts, with tires broken windows, skulls of road blocks, and villages put off.
Here we are, folks, back in the freezing days of winter here at the FPP. I'm enjoying.
That's the sound of me warming my hands up.
I'm enjoying a Lou Pimm's raspberry.
What does that mean, Lou?
L-U, Lou.
Burries. They used to be burries. Remember
Pimm's,
burries?
P-I-M'-S, raspberry artificially flavored cookie. And a hot cup of coffee.
A damn fine cup of coffee. 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 Coffee.
Steaming cup of Joe.
Welcome to our show, the Film Photography Podcast. My name is Michael Raso. I'm here with John Fedele.
Hey, baby.
Today's action-packed show.
Action-packed, Pee-wee.
Action-packed because today we're talking about some brand new films. Not every day we talk about brand new films. 2 35mm films.
Yes.
And 1 16mm film.
Oh.
And 1 upcoming Cine 8 8mm film. Very exciting. And we also have some listener letters. And we also have a segment that we forgot last time.
Oh, what was that?
Segment, Mark O'Brien talking about boutique films.
Bodicue.
Boutique films, yes.
As you like to say.
Well, I say it so much, it amuses me so much that I feel bad sometimes because I'm doing it for my own amusement.
Yeah. You gotta make yourself happy sometimes.
But if you spell it out on a piece of paper, it says Bodicue.
It's like Trackman used to say, Metallica.
Is that what he said?
From Metallica.
Hey! And that'll wrap it up for this show.
What show?
Next month, we're going to be...
We didn't even start this show. You're talking about next month.
Next month, we're going to be... maybe we'll roll in one day early for our Valentine's Day special show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What's that going to entail?
Mark Dalzell.
Mark Dalzell. And don't you usually promote love?
Yes.
Film stock for Valentine's?
Yes, we should talk about it on this show so people can order it and have it in their hands.
That's right.
Film love.
That's right. Yeah.
And for this month, we have our FPP Let It Snow.
that snowman's on there, right?
Yeah,
he looks a little off.
You think so?
He looks like how I feel right now.
Oh.
What is it? Mouchard. Feel mouchard right now.
We'll be back and we'll get right into it.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by the Eastman Kodak Company. Now, Tom Gerald.
Good evening. White House Chief of Staff James Baker predicted today the nation's economy will be vibrant and healthy by next summer if President Reagan's budget cuts are enacted. Now this.
Smile.
Now everybody in your family can own a Kodak Colorburst 50 instant camera. Because now it costs less than ever before.
Hey, we're back. Some super new exciting films.
Yes.
The first film I'd like to talk about is FPP Blue Ultra.
What?
Yes.
You say?
FPP Blue Ultra film. This is...
Yeah, you did a post on Instagram about it.
Yes, I did. It's a 35mm film, 24 exposures. Mm-hmm. Hold on to your seats, folks. Yeah. ISO 3.
What?
It's really, Johnson, ridiculous. It's for manual cameras. It's not for, you can't pop it in like your little plastic point and shoot.
No, they won't read. There's no DX coding.
What's special about Blue Ultra? Well, we shot a few test rolls.
Wait, where'd you get it? Why does this film exist?
I'm going to answer all your questions.
So I'd like to start at the beginning. That's all.
Okay. Very good. Blue Ultra 35 is an extraordinary color film that produces a soft blue, violet hue images with reds that pop lending your photos to a one-of-a-kind, out-of-this-world look. So with an ISO of 3, it's recommended for daylight and brightly lit studio situations.
Sure.
So if you have a studio with, those
1,000 watt.
I'm thinking, Matt, help me out here.
That's not here.
What do we call like
Yeah.
the
strobe lights.
That's it, the strobe. If you have the big strobe system, it's like you have your 3. I don't know if it will work or not. It might. So it's not recommended for point-and-shoot cameras, as we said, due to the ultra-low ISO. But the look of the film, for me, I think it looks like Lomo purple quite a bit. Yeah,
absolutely.
right?
I was going to say, definitely. Well, it depends. There's some pictures that you showed on Instagram where it looked almost just like a saturated film, and then somewhere the colors were more pronounced. I guess it depends on how much light is in the photo.
It depends. Yes! Depends how bright it is out, and if the sun is like blazing sun on your subject. It makes a huge difference.
Like if you're shooting a tree, like green and blue, what's that going to make? What does green and blue make? Help me out.
Well, things that you're shooting that are red pop much better. So Mark O'Brien shot an image of an already red flower, and it really popped out the reds, and there was like a flag in the background, so the reds on the flag popped out. Everything else has a very much a violet, soft violet. So this film, it's a special film because it's a lab film. That its intention, what is the intention of the film?
Yeah, why?
It's for making contact prints in motion picture post-production. So it's literally a print film that in the lab they would sandwich your film negative. Quentin Tarantino's
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, I was going to say that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood. It's on a machine. It takes his film negative and sandwiches together with this film.
Yeah.
And each frame gets flashed. So when developed, contact printed with a negative produces a print. A projectable print.
No kidding.
That's true. But when you put it in your camera and use it for pictorial, you get a negative.
I see.
And because you're shooting in daylight, it's giving you the wonky colors.
Okay.
So it's standard C41. You don't have to worry about anything.
Nope.
Ramjet or any kind of dyes or anything weird that's going to allow you to fully enjoy and just bring the film to the darkroom or your lab.
What do the flesh tones look like? Bluish? Or
kind of
purpley?
Yeah. Mark O'Brien and Trev Lee, Trev, of course, from the darkroom.com, they both shot with filters. So if you filter it yellow, like filter over your lens, or filter it orange, it will give you different hues. You may say, "Oh my God! Well, my meter doesn't go to 3. What do I do?" Well, you could set your meter to let's say you have a Canon AE1. You set your meter to 25 ISO, and then from there, whatever setting you get, open up 3 more stops.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
It's 3 stops from 3 to 25, or
25
3 film speeds rather.
So if you're using ISO 25, because let's say that's the lowest your camera goes to.
Yeah.
You would use that, get your reading, and then open up 3 stops. Let's say your camera, like your Canon EOS, goes to ISO 6, which it does. Then you need to only open up 1 stop. Rule of thumb, if you're like, I don't want to worry about that. I'm out in blazing sun. What do I do?
Get a meter.
Yes, you could get a light meter app or a handheld light meter. Or you could just wing it, and you could set your shutter speed to 1/30th of a second or 1/15th of a second.
Ooh.
And open up your lens all the way to f1.8. You're ready to go.
You need a tripod for that, though.
Steady hand.
Which most of us don't.
Or if you use, let's say, on a mailbox or something, a piece of concrete. You could do that.
All right.
You could also use a tripod. Also, a great, if you want to shoot handheld, it's very helpful if you shoot with a wide-angle lens, because the wider your lens, the less
focus comes into play.
Yes. So if you have a, let's say, 28 millimeter, or better yet, 24 millimeter lens that can open up to 1.8 or 2, f2, then you're ready to go.
That sounds fun.
It is fun. So this is a fun film. It sells for $10.99 a roll, and if you
24
exposures. But if you subscribe to our newsletter, which I'm hoping that most people here listening are subscribed to the newsletter, we're throwing out so many secret codes this year.
Are you doing it for the blue film?
Yeah,
Like, what are we talking?
$4 off.
Oh, what the fuck? That's good.
Yeah, that's really good. That's
Holy
an
shish.
introductory code.
How many rolls can you get?
As many as you want.
Oh,
Our good friend Tim Anderson ordered 25 rolls.
holy Tim!
Time to wake this show up.
Where's he live?
Don't get mad at me, Tim. I'm gonna guess Texas.
Really? Well,
Is that
someplace
true?
sunny. I was going to say someplace hopefully sunny. Texas is perfect.
I
for
can't remember
blue film.
everybody's locale.
He's somewhere around there in the Texas.
Yes. So that's it. FPP Blue Ultra. It's a new film. Kind of has a duotone look to it. Folks are very excited about this film, and the reaction so far has been very positive. So I'm really, really thrilled.
Super positive. Is there any Lomo doesn't even do like a 120 purple, do they?
Yes, they do.
They do it 120 in purple.
The fine folks at Lomography, they have Lomochrome Purple,
Really?
Lomochrome Metropolis,
Metropolis,
Lomochrome.
yes.
I like the Metropolis.
I've got it. I haven't shot it yet. It's still in my fridge.
And they had the Lomochrome Turquoise.
Oh,
And they release, listen to this, John, 110, 35 millimeter, and 120.
wow.
Nice.
Yeah, they know how to do it right.
They do.
The good people at Lomography. Well, what other kind of film news is there, Maiko?
Next up, a brand new black and white film. I have my, as my Aunt Linda would say, I have my little laptop in front of me.
This stuff?
Yeah.
The EZ400?
It's called New Classic EZ400 Black and White.
And this is a new company.
As far as I know, yes. I received an email from a gentleman, he goes by the handle Ribsy.
Ribsy.
On YouTube.
Oi, Ribsy, give us some film, won't you, Ribsy?
Ribsy, how did you know I think he's from the UK. I don't know.
Is he really?
I don't know any locations today.
I don't know. Ribsy kind of has like a English
You think so?
tilt to it.
Ribsy I'm on the YouTube. Oh, there he is.
Oi, Ribsy!
I don't know if he speaks like that.
No. Well, if we're in South Park land, they all do.
Let's see.
Even
Ribsy.
Phil Collins.
Look, I used to be in a band too, Genesis, but all those bastards did was hold me back and hold me back. But then finally I went solo, and that's when I started writing really great songs.
Oh, John went to see Phil Collins.
I did.
We'll talk about that in a few
The
minutes.
Genesis.
We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
In this episode of Feasting on Film, we've got a whole bunch of 4x5 action.
There's no British accent
No,
there.
it is not British. It's a lie.
No one said he was from the UK.
You did.
Oh. So I received an email. Hey, new film. I said, great. So we have a limited amount here in the FPP online store.
It's all sold out on their website.
Really?
So
Okay.
you're going to be, you and a few people in the US are going to be the only people.
But isn't the website in the UK?
No. Excuse me. I mean, I only perused through it. So Ribsy. Forgive me if I got it wrong, but there doesn't seem to be too much information available on it. The one thing that I found that kind of describes the film is in the blog section. If you go to newclassicfilm.com/post, if you go up there to the menu and go to the blog section, there's one very interesting blog that has a bunch of photos, and you can see how contrasty and slightly grainy, I guess it is. But there's one paragraph that states, these images all showcase the strongest qualities of the EZ400 film stock. They are contrasting, moody, and grainy, all of which lend additional character to dynamic street scenes, especially in very urban areas. Concrete, brick, asphalt, all become three-dimensional, to the point where you can almost feel the texture through the screen. So looking at the photos, it kind of reminds me of the Orwo film. Very contrasty. You know, a decent amount of green, but not so much that it overblows the
It has
photo.
a nice look, right?
It's got a great look. Silhouettes look amazing, but it is super contrasty. So
What
if
you
that's, yeah, look at this.
Okay. It has nice blacks.
Shit. Yeah, the blacks are black. The blacks are super solid.
Yep.
I mean, super solid.
Yep.
So it looks like it has a pretty good range.
Yep.
Of grays.
Look
in there,
at the. Are you on the website?
I'm on the blog from the website.
Click home and look at the image. Look at the first image that you
Image on the homepage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy dragging the whatever that is. Oh no, the girl sitting by the fountain.
Yeah. Look at the grain. Isn't it nice?
It's dreamy.
And then next.
It looks like I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
And the other thing that they're touting on their website is that the canisters that the film come in, the film canisters themselves are metal. The outside containers are made of cardboard.
So you can just throw it out your window.
No. Throw it in a recycling bin.
Well, if that hits the concrete, it'll just, like when it rains, it'll just melt.
Yeah, but then who wants to see that on the sidewalk? So throw it in your recycling bin.
Okay, beautiful. Or keep it. You can put change in there.
Yeah, change. Who has change anymore?
I don't know.
There's a change shortage. Well, you go to the,
oh my God, there is a change
shortage. You go
shortage.
to the bank and it's just, they say don't expect change back because we don't have any. There's a change shortage. I throw a couple of rolls in my camera.
New Classic EZ400 today.
And you're going to start selling it when?
Right now.
Oh, how much?
That's the thing, folks. You need to get on to the newsletter. There's going to be a secret code. Thanks. And, I look forward to feedback from you folks once you shoot it. And all the development times, everything you need to know will be right on the product page, filmphotographystore.com.
They have it right, excuse me, they have it right on their web page as well.
Yes.
Very thorough developing specs and instructions.
When we come back, Mark O'Brien's going to be talking about
Bodicue.
Do you go for fast action? Perhaps you prefer a good costume drama. Or maybe you have a yen for young romance. You can make them all at home easily. And right now they're easier than ever to afford, because now there's a new Brownie movie camera by Kodak that costs only $29.95. Only $29.95 to make movies as easily as snapshots. There's one simple setting to make. Even if you've never snapped a picture before, you'll make exciting movies, indoors or out, with the new Brownie movie camera. You'll save the action and color of happy times like this, and you'll save money too with Kodak home movies. You get up to 50 scenes on one roll of film, so they cost less than 10 cents a scene in gorgeous color. You use this inexpensive 8mm film, the standard amateur film. Tomorrow, find out how easy and inexpensive Kodak home movies are. See the new Brownie movie camera, only $29.95. And you can ask your dealer about easy terms. It's precision built by Kodak, so you know it's good.
Hey, we're back. Joining us for this segment is Mr. Mark O'Brien.
Hey there.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, man.
In this segment, we're going to be talking about new Bodicue films.
Yes.
Do you know about the Bodicue?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Bodicue.
Well, it's boutique. It's a track. That's a trackmanism.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He would call boutiques. So.
He would also say Metallica instead of Metallica.
No, you said that.
No, that's a trackman.
Really?
Yeah.
So, brand new boutique films. Before we get started, this is Mark's segment. I have a gift for both of you.
For me, too?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yay.
I have, for each of you, a roll of the new Kono.
Get out!
Kono
120s?
Delight Art 100 color tinted film.
Awesome.
I don't know what that means, color tinted, because it is color film.
Right.
I got a roll for Mark.
Wow. I just watched the very
hero.
Roll
extensive video
for
that
Tom.
the Darkroom did on this film.
Oh, okay.
They did a review of it.
Okay.
And it got me very interested in it. It's like more subdued colors. Well, he shot it on a very sunny day, and he shot it on a very overcast, cloudy day. And I kind of like the way the pictures came out on the overcast day. I gotta say, because the colors are muted and beautiful. And if you're on Instagram, go to the Darkroom and go to their page and check out the review of this film.
Now, Kono Film, I don't have the facts in front of me, but Kono Film is either European. I believe it's a European company.
It's not Hawaiian?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be Kona.
No, that would be Caputo.
Kona. Oh, Kana and Kono. Oh, Kono is sounds like Japanese. Hi.
I don't know. You guys have the laptops and computers over there.
Yeah, I do.
Look up Kono Film. Let's see what comes up.
See.
But they're definitely a Bodicue company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of these guys. They're brand new. Oh, it says Germany.
Oh, okay. That's
Kono manufacturer, Borheim, Germany.
Yeah, it is. It's in German, Kono manufacturer.
They've been around a few years.
Have they really?
Yeah.
Making Kono films, just
Now,
not available
you have to
here
understand,
in the States.
I'm glad we're having this segment because you guys could talk about it, because I'm so busy here at the FPP.
Bringing in your own film.
Working on our own Bodicue film.
Right.
Wow, they got a lot of film.
They do.
Holy shish.
And I'm looking at the ones that they have here, the Moonstruck, and they've got examples of the images you get with them. So
oh, really? That's what I want to say.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I think this is pretty cool stuff.
So
I mean,
that's the one that looks like it's got a light leak in it?
yeah, here and there. Others have that muted look.
That looks nice. Which one is that?
Original Candy.
Really?
Kono Original Candy. So remember when this is everything's got a green tint to it.
Monsoon, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, the Kono films here in the U.S. you could pick up at Freestyle. That's right. They're in sunny California.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you guys enjoy those two films.
I will.
I look,
Kono Delight,
I look forward
thrilled.
to seeing your, Instagram posts.
Super thrilled.
So,
yeah,
And
120.
I just set up my account at the dark room, so I'm ready to go.
nice. So, Mark, take it away. Boutique Films. Tell us your experiences and travels with them.
Take it away, wanna hear you play.
The thing with boutique films is that before when there
Thanks,
was,
Mark.
Before when there was just the big houses, we got Kodak, we had Agfa, we had Fuji for color films,
Hi.
and then we had Ilford and Kodak and Fuji and a few other Agfa and so on for black and white. There are just a set number of emulsions out there, and a very few companies actually manufacturing film. And so a boutique film could be a film that someone's just slapped their label on an existing emulsion and called it something cool. I mean, back when Lomos first started it, really, with some of their films that they relabeled, and they were made by Kodak or Agfa or whatever.
Really?
And so they got a name for them. But the thing is that these films, no matter who's selling them under a different name, they come from a very small set of manufacturers.
Hold that thought for 1 second. You're absolutely right. When I was growing up, you walked into the store, Kodak.
Exactly.
Maybe Fuji.
Maybe.
Inching into the 80s. That was it. And if you were lucky enough to be in the city, and you can go to a big B&H type, maybe you'd see more.
Agfa.
But in little pockets in the Midwest, in little towns,
That was it.
my choice was, VR 100, VR 200, VR 1000 color.
Oh, right.
Tri-X, Plus X. That's it.
Yeah.
So in many respects, there's more now than there ever was.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Please continue.
Yeah.
There's if you look at all the different names that films are given, or these boutique names for different versions of the same film, it sounds like we have a ton more. And in fact, we do have more black and white emulsions available to us now than I can recall ever having. Because as you said, it was Plus X, Verichrome Pan, Tri-X.
Right.
And what else do you need, right?
Panatomic X.
Oh, Panatomic. Oh, that's my
Panatomic
favorite
X.
film that they no longer make.
That's like the superhero.
Yeah, it is. Even with someone like Ilford, they have Kentmere films, which are, so if you get Kentmere and it's sold as Ultrafine 400, it's Kentmere 400.
Right.
But that's a way, I think, of exposing people to films they may not ever have tried, because let's say you're an Eastern European film manufacturer.
Hello, I'm Eastern European film manufacturer.
And you have a couple films, and you give them these.
I only have a couple films
with these crazy numeric names, and so Billy takes a few big rolls of this stuff and calls it Space Travel 100. I think the boutique films are a fun thing for people to go out and try. And then they can say, oh, I really like this. And the other part of it keeps smaller enterprises afloat. And a lot of these boutique manufacturers are not very large. It's probably a 1 or 2 person outfit. Mm-hmm. It's like the mom and pop of film companies, right?
Yeah, keeping competition alive.
It's easy for someone to say, it's all the same stuff. But you know what? Maybe you like the Lomochrome purple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
and
okay.
we don't even know what Lomochrome purple is. These are fun films to try, and maybe you'll find something that you say, oh yeah, I'm glad I tried this, because now it's given me something I didn't know I could do before.
Hats off to Lomography, who've been, since the early 1990s.
They're the guys who started this whole Bodacute thing.
Yeah.
Right?
They did.
They are.
And not to...
So muzzle.
And I can't forget the present company, because FPP has a lot of Bodacute films, too.
Yes, we do. But it really is a topic, and I think it's a topic worth exploring in the future, which is folks like us at the FPP and other small companies who are mining existing catalogs of lab-type films.
Right.
And then testing them and then introducing them as... Last question for Mark for this segment. These new Bodacue films, are you shooting and cataloging them? How are you? Will they be an issue of Monochromania? Like, what are you going to do with all these?
The slower films I'm keeping track of for a future issue of Monochromania. The lab films, as you want, or the cine films that are being used for something that they were never intended for. I'm going to probably include all the ones that I've tried, and other ones out there that aren't even boutique films. They're just actually sold as low ISO films, and that's a whole avenue of exploration. But then there are some color films that are low ISO. I know you guys got the blue one.
Yes. Also, hats off to the Film Washi company.
Oh yeah,
the world's smallest film manufacturer.
Yeah, those are fun films. I've tried a
film.
few.
It's interesting.
I gotta check that out.
Art project.
Check it out.
We'll be right back.
Now, the four DeNevi camera stores in Berkeley, San Lorenzo, Cupertino, and San Jose. Explode the price barrier on the camera system you've been wanting. How would you like to take pictures like these? It's easy with the helpful personal service and the low prices on the camera of your choice from the huge selection at DeNevi Camera. And here's something you'll find only at DeNevi Camera.
See this Vivitar camera with the built-in flash? I took all these pictures with it. And by buying at DeNevi, I saved $10 on the camera. Plus, I had great service, saved money, and if I didn't like the camera, I could bring it back within 30 days. But I love it. My friends call it the Fleming Flasher. Vivitar calls it the 600. Frank DeNevi calls it a great camera buy.
I guarantee you'll like your pictures with this camera.
San Lorenzo, Cupertino, San Jose. In Berkeley, San Lorenzo, Cupertino, San Jose.
Hey, we're back. Let's let me quickly talk about something else. Hey, we're back. Let me quickly talk. I'm probably going to do an episode just about movie film very soon. I haven't talked about movie film in a long time because I know most of the folks listening are shooting stills.
Yeah. But
we have a brand new. I'm very excited about this. It's a brand new. Well, when I tell you the ISO, I don't know how excited people are going to be. Maybe FPP 16mm black and white 3. 3 ISO films.
This is the big day of 3 ISO.
It is. But think about it, John. If you're outside with your 16mm camera,
yes,
and you're shooting 16 frames per second, and you're at ISO 3,
yes,
you got plenty of room on your f-stop dial.
I guess so, yeah.
We're always struggling outside with ISO, 100 film. It's too fast.
Can't shoot it on the beach.
No, it's too fast. You struggle. You're like, what am I going to do? If you were on the blazing beach with ISO 3...
It'd be perfect.
Great. Just so you folks know, back in the day, when I'm saying back in the day, I mean 1950.
Mm-hmm.
The ISO of your film was like 10.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, some packages back then, they didn't even tell the customer what the ISO was. They just called it black and white or color. That's it. That's all there was. Black and white or color. And both were reversal positive because there was no laptop.
But the color wasn't 40 ISO, was it?
Color was 25.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a brand new film. It's currently available at the FPP online store as a bundle. And what's great about it? I will tell you what's great about it.
What do you mean bundle? What kind of bundle are we talking about?
Bundle schmundle.
Yeah.
Bundle schmundle. Give me the goods.
Film, develop, scan. It's a package.
Great. Okay, I got you.
So the whole package for...
You said bundle.
The whole package. Whole package. For 16mm is $79.99.
Only $79.99.
You get the film.
50 foot of film.
100 foot.
100 feet.
Film, developing, scanning, black and white 3.
Wow.
It just was introduced. It's single perforated.
That's pretty good.
It will not work in your double perforated, old-timey Keystone.
Don't try it.
You will need a camera that takes single perforated film.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We'll talk about this more in the future. I'm currently crafting a video. We'll be up very soon demonstrating it. Also, very soon, I'm working on this as a special project for 8mm shooters. This is regular 8, something called FPP Sepia Limited.
Oh, boy. Sounds special.
Does. Imagine that. You get a nice sepia-toned image.
It's like a brownish tinted black and white film.
We come back, we're going to read a quick few letters, then we're going to get the heck out of here.
News and Radio Newsreel.
Hey folks, Michael Raso. Just a quick note about shooting home movies on film. The Film Photography Project has brought back the regular 8 format and now offers film, developing, and scanning right in our online store, filmphotographystore.com. As a matter of fact, we support filmmaking across the board with not only regular 8 film, but a full line of Super 8 film and 16mm film, including some brand new exclusive film stocks. Check it all out, filmphotographystore.com. Find your parents, grandparents' home movie camera and start shooting. Or head over to a thrift store, car boot sale, or ebay.com. Pick up a camera and start shooting some movies on film. Home movies on film at the Film Photography Project. Hey, we're back.
Letters. We got letters.
All right.
Some
All right,
folks.
we got the first one's from Shannon Shea.
Okay.
And Shannon writes, just finished listening to your podcast, and I want to thank you and your associates for encouraging my interest in returning to film. A year ago, I was going through photos and realized there was a huge gap in my visual history as I turned to digital and put my Pentax K1000 into storage. Ooh, coveted camera. I began to realize that Google owned my pictures and I had no negatives or prints. The Google. I found an independent lab in Florida to process my film and started shooting again. Then I found my old Sears Super 8mm camera in working-ish order. When I did that, I decided it was time to start shooting film again. Then, as luck would have it, a friend whom I had given my 16mm Bolex to asked if I wanted it back.
Whoa.
Of course I said yes. It should be here in the next few days.
That's exciting.
I don't know what all of this means. I just haven't...
I know what it means.
What is
You're
it
getting your Bolex back? That means FPP 16mm black and white 3.
Yes, get the package or the bundle, whatever you prefer.
Yes.
I have this gut feeling this is the start of something good for humanity. Though film photography may never replace the convenience of a smartphone, memories and images preserved on film elevate the importance of that captured moment to the photographer. It's a personal thing, a visceral connection to the subject. I think so. Signed, Shannon Shea. Welcome back, Shannon.
Yes. I appreciate folks taking the time to write to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very nice, heartfelt letter. This one is from Andrew Thomas Thrash. Andy Thrash! I just dropped off a roll of MZ3s to Sammy's camera in L.A.
Chamois.
For development and scan. The guys there seemed a bit perplexed or uncertain if any of their in-house chemistry would work. I just asked them to check out your site. Larry's video, you know who Larry is, right? I don't know who Larry is.
Oh, Larry did a video about MC3.
Okay. And then Leslie, our lovely Leslie Lazenby, Leslie's example photos of your Film of the Week video. Anyway, the Sammy staff guy said he'd try a snip test and get back to me and let me know before he continued the whole roll. But I guess what I was wondering is if you had any pointers I could let the guy at Sammy's know. They seem to be more geared toward typical mainstream emulsions there, and I think their in-house resources for processing are somewhat limited. What would you tell them?
Well, see, by the time we release a film, all our research is already done.
Yeah.
So on a special film like this, we don't test every single developer, but the important thing is to go to the FPP online store, go to that page, and then scroll down to the bottom. For example, under Leslie's picture, it will tell you that she used HC110 and and the information regarding it.
Okay.
The MZ3, it's a low ISO black and white film that produces a nice, soft, creamy image. He's correct. But it's not that difficult of a film. So I'm hoping that Shammy can figure it out.
Well, I hope so. So your advice is to tell them to go, Andrew Thrash.
Yes.
To go to the website and check out the photos that were posted.
That is what I told Andrew Thrash.
Yes. It's from our good friend Darren Riley. Pancho Ballard.
Darren Ballard Riley. He is the author and performer of such classics as this one.
There's a gent lives on our street, he got no pockets.
And this one.
Yes.
Jennifer's a girl you used to see around the place, but now she's gone.
And let's not forget about this.
Fish and chips, I lick the grease from off your fingertips.
That's a good one.
Yep. And let's not forget about the great traumatic time in 2019 when people were being killed over chicken sandwiches. This one.
Cheap burgers, cheap burgers, cheap burgers, cheap burgers.
The multi-talented Darren Pancho Riley. Pancho
Ballard.
Pancho Ballard Riley.
Yes.
Darren Pancho Ballard Riley.
Well, I call him Darren Ballard, Ballard
Yes.
Riley, because if you Google search that, you come up to his Bandcamp page.
Oh, is that right?
It's where all his music is. But
all right.
Please continue.
Go there. He says, guys, the latest podcast was excellent. Great to hear Mark back on it.
Hey, how's it going?
Pancho. How do you say it?
Pancho.
Pancho.
It's not Poncho, is
Poncho.
it? Is it Poncho? How's it spelled?
Pancho Villa.
Pancho.
Pancho.
Say that 5 times to see what comes out.
Neither
Pancho.
one of those words sound
Pancho.
correct. Poncho. A poncho is something you throw over your,
Yes,
you
it
wear.
is.
Anyways, love the BBC clips too. Totally unexpected and very amusing.
That is the sound montage I put together for our New Year's show, John.
Yes. I have yet to hear it.
There's a little tease in the beginning, but the majority of it is at the end of the show.
Oh. Well, it seemed to resonate with our UK listeners because they said TV used to shut down for the night up until the mid-'80s over here. Late night James Whale horror on BBC Two, and then that was it. No more telly till the morning. I sometimes still miss it. Keep up the great work, as always. Well, I guess we should say the only reason Mark isn't here now is because we just could not coordinate our schedules.
Correct.
Week.
Mark.
Crazy week.
I hope Mark will be back for our Valentine's Day special show.
Absolutely.
And I will say this about the great UK. I don't know. Every time I've been to the UK, and it's only been twice, we're so fascinated by the royal family here. The Queen and the Crown and all these shows regarding the UK royalty.
Yeah.
People over in the UK don't seem as fascinated.
Well, how many times have you ridden the Circle Line?
Never.
Of course.
Would I go?
Just saying, people are like, we go to New York to ride the Circle Line. But you and I would never think to ride the Circle Line.
Nope, never.
It's like 40 minutes of death. But people love it. So, whatever's, the grass is always greener on the other side, Mike.
Yes, true that. Also, I will say before we go on to our next letter that we had the lovely experience of seeing Mike Nesmith live.
Yes, with Darren.
With Darren and Becky and you.
And Elvis
and
Costello.
That was the Brian Wilson show.
No, that was Michael Nesmith.
Are you sure?
I'm totally sure. Darren, back me up on this. Darren shook his hand. Darren was just like, oi.
Okay, so we were at, let's say this is true.
It is true.
We were at the Mike Nesmith show.
Did we see a Brian Wilson show with Darren?
I don't think so.
No, then it was Michael Nesmith.
And I looked over to the left, and Elvis Costello was in the audience watching Mike Nesmith.
Yes.
Like a regular guy.
That's a regular guy.
Yep.
Like a regular Costello. Not an Elvis Costello.
And I just remember that in between songs, Mike Nesmith, he'd be all stoic. He'd be like,
She was a South Texan hairdresser.
Yeah, he had a script.
He had a whole shtick.
Yeah.
About all of his songs.
And Darren had hipped us to this fact, because I think he saw him in the UK.
Yes, he did.
Okay. If he's going to do the same show, he kind of has little skits in between them.
Did he do the same show?
Yes.
Okay. But we had good seats.
We had great seats. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
It was a great show.
And now he's passed.
Now he's gone. Well, I'm glad I got to see him. I'm glad you got me to go see him. I don't know if I could say the same about Genesis, though.
Excuse me! Nice to meet you. I'm Phil Collins. I used to be in a band too, Genesis, but all those bastards did was hold me back and hold me back. But then finally I went solo, and that's when I started writing really great songs. But look, if you're happy being on the sidelines, you know, being more of a cheerleader than a player.
It was a little disheartening.
Oh, great segue. Yes. John Fedele went to see Genesis, of course.
Twice.
With headlining with the Phil Collins, who
is chair-ridden.
He's chair-ridden.
He's chair-ridden, and he's a little slurry and a little slow.
So did they have to actually slow down the tempo of all the Genesis songs?
Turn It On Again was so slow, so dreadfully slow. But the good news is that his face finally grew into the Mama song.
Oh.
So when he does that, he truly looked frightening.
Did they underlight him?
Oh, yeah, same thing they did back in the, whenever that was, 90s?
80s.
80s? I'm an old school Genesis fan. I'm not a really big fan of their later stuff, although I can appreciate it. And I'm glad I did go see them, but, you know, Phil's falling apart, man.
It's a shame. If you don't want to see the slowed down version of their old songs, then go see Steve Hackett.
No, go see Steve Hackett or go see the Musical Box, which is a live recreation of their early Peter Gabriel era and the first couple of albums from the Phil Collins era. They're fantastic.
Folks, John's a real trooper. Like, not only did he see Genesis, but he saw them twice.
And then in between those shows, I saw the Musical Box, which is a Genesis cover band that I just spoke of.
And were the audience, was everyone like kind?
People loved it.
Loved it.
Lapped it up like dogs. Yep. They gave a lot of love. And, you know, I don't think Phil Collins gave a lot of love back.
Oh, you don't?
No, he didn't look grateful. He just looked like, I'm doing what I do.
It's a grueling tour, don't you think?
It's so hard to sit for 2 hours.
And his young son is on the drums?
Oh, my God. He standing ovations both nights.
He's good.
For Nick Collins, yes.
And you, John, is a drummer. So as a drummer, like if he was shoddy, you'd be the first guy to call him out.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, he was like, 60, 70% of what his dad could do.
Okay.
Which is pretty good.
So back in the day when his dad was in full force.
Oh, he's one of the best drummers on the planet.
Is that right?
Abso-frickin-lutely. Definitely. If you go back and listen to Down and Out off of Three Sides Live, or you listen to The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, or you listen to the album Seconds Out.
Yes.
And hear some of those long extended jams in Cinema Show and Fourth or Fifth, you'll blow your mind, baby.
Well, thank you, John.
Well, we got a letter from Angus.
Oh.
From Dana Angus.
Angus McNaughton.
It sounds like he's kind of pissed.
Angus McNaughton, he comments frequently on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
By the way, Film Photography Project on YouTube. Please do visit, give a subscribe, a like, all that shit.
Smash the button, ring the bell. So Dana Brigham, did we ever get to the bottom of how to pronounce his name? Brigham? Brigham.
Bring him.
Bring him over here, bring him over there.
Yeah.
All right, so Dana writes, 1 roll per month?
Oh, okay. Oh, stop. Good point. Good letter. So color film, Kodak color film is back in stock. Kodak color film is rare in 2021. We're now 2022. It's all back in stock. But it's still hard to come by. So when we get a shipment in...
You still only allow 1 roll.
Portrait, you're allowed 5 rolls per customer. And I think...
Per transaction?
Per month.
Per month. Okay.
But the rare film, the Gold 200... Never thought we'd say that, right?
The rare Gold 200. What?
Gold 200.
Oh my God.
Max 400. Pro Image, also known as...
Pro Limoges.
And Color Plus 200 are all so hard to come by.
That's so weird.
That it's 1 roll per customer per month. The reason being is I want all you folks out there to have an opportunity to shoot it. And what customers are doing is they're buying 1 roll of each. So think about it. You know, you buy 1 Color Plus, 1 Pro Image, 1 200, 1 Max. You know what I mean?
That's not so bad, yeah.
So you get a bunch of film and you enjoy it. What was happening was that there were a vast amount of people, like all of a sudden hoarding.
Like people do.
All of a sudden, all these people, these like wholesalers were buying like, they placed an order for like 100 rolls. So that one order would wipe out that current week's batch.
And then they would sell for double the amount of what they
bought.
Folks,
that really
burns my butt.
Burns my bottom.
God,
hell yeah!
Like to buy something and then just flip it, and not even enjoy. I'd like to think that all of our customers buy our film to personally enjoy.
Well, if you had the time to vet every customer, I'm sure that's what you would do, but you don't. But
I
now
know
when you see an order come in for 100, which of course you can't right now, but
they don't get it.
Get nothing.
Gets canceled is what it gets.
Oh, really? Get your ass canceled. All right. Good
Yeah.
for you.
So we're just trying to, Angus, we're just trying to, have enough for everyone. Please continue.
Yeah. Let's pile into the horse-drawn buggy and head off to Rochester and give Kodak a helping hand, like all the Amish pitching in to build the barn. We'll get some color film cranking out. It's like, let's get the community together, go up there and operate those machines. I get it, though. All retailers are going to have to do something similar to avoid the first few people who notice the new stock purchasing hundreds of rolls. Does it sound like Kodak can ramp up to meet the demand? Or are they still suffering with supply issues and labor issues?
Well, I don't know if there are supply or I don't know if there are labor issues. I really don't.
Well, then why is it so scarce?
The demand increased so they
didn't have a lot of back stock.
What happened when 2021 was Fuji discontinued some professional films. So Fuji's Pro 400 film was discontinued. So people then went to Portra. There was more film shooters looking for film, and that I guess caught Kodak by surprise. So they didn't have enough in stock. So
and now, have you talked to anybody from Kodak as to when they're going to be able to ramp up to meet the demand?
That's this year. They put everything under a microscope. That is why there was a price increase, because they're looking to put another shift in or to get it going. But it's not there yet.
Well,
so currently it's January. Once I put start putting my orders in, I'll be able to see the flow.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Very exciting.
Well, that's all we have for letters, but I do have a couple of quick mentions for people that donated their cameras. Chuck Custer Sr. Via his son, Chuck Custer Jr. Thank you very much. Frank Morelli, thank you so much for your donation. Terry, you sent in a bunch of lenses. Thank you so much. Don Biederman sent in a whole bunch of stuff. Jennifer Dees, who may or may not be related to Rick Dees, sent in some nice camera work. And Lisa Donetti, who has the most amazing handwriting I've ever seen. So neat. Sent in some Pentax equipment, and we thank you.
And folks out there want to know, John, who is Rick Dees? And what is he known for?
He was an obnoxious L.A. DJ whose claim to fame was Disco Duck. I think Howard Stern kind of handed him his butt, didn't he? I think he tried to compete in the morning with Howard Stern
back in the day?
In the New York market, and Howard Stern wiped the floor with him. Yes.
Rick Dees.
I think so.
We don't know.
I believe so. Yes.
I tell you what is true. That Disco Duck story is true.
It's terrible.
It was a hit.
It was a big hit.
That's an interesting topic to look up.
What?
DJs that had #1 hits.
Wolfman Jack.
What was his name? His hit.
Yeah, something with the Wolfman. I am the Wolfman.
I'm the Wolfman.
Darren knows. I bet Darren has Wolfman Jack's record.
Wolfman Jacques.
Wolfman Jacques, as they called him in France.
I am going to... What? You're going to America?
To meet the great Wolfman Jacques.
Stoops. All right. Well, folks out there, enjoy shooting. You can always contact us. Podcast at filmphotographyproject.com. P.O. Box. Remember, John, remember those days? I'm reminiscing. Remember those days we used to get packages of stuff, treats and cookies and stuff?
It was always very special.
Very special.
Because it would come at very opportune moments where morale was low.
Yep.
Or we were hungry. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, we got this package.
And then all of a sudden, whoa, chocolate. Or cookies or something splendiferous like that. But
well, we're just one P.O. box away.
That's right.
P.O. Is this begging?
This is begging. It's totally begging. But whatever works.
We were very bold about it in the past. Like, oh, you need to, get your mom cooking, baking.
We used to get great cookies. Who was that one dude sending cookies from Georgia?
That dude was called Brunges.
Was it Joe Brunges?
Yeah,
was it really?
He still calls you Joe. Joe Brunges.
What it was? Joseph?
Joseph Brunges.
I'm supposed to call him Joseph,
not Joe? It was from the Dewey Bakery.
Gooey. Wait, I'm not allowed to call him Joe. He prefers Joseph.
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Oh, okay. I'll ask him then next time I see him.
But then my mom.
Your mom?
My mom burst the bubble.
What do you mean?
It's like, those are, you can get I brought the Deweys over to my parents' house one Sunday. I'm like, oh, check this out. These are special. My mom's like,
you can get those at ShopRite.
No way.
Yes.
You can get them at ShopRite?
Yes.
Well, still, they're very special.
They are.
They were very special. And very thoughtful. That's what counts.
Yes.
That someone would actually put sugar-coated items in a box and send it to us.
Yep. P.O. Box 264, Fair Lawn, New Jersey, 07410.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, Dewey.
Do it. Do it.
We'll see you next month.
Do it. Do it.
Although some 300 snowplows have been in action in Kent today, many roads are still blocked by snowdrift. The A2 is still blocked at Cobham and Stone, and travel was further hampered when a double-decker bus overturned at Beacon Hill between Faversham and Settingbourne. The fire brigade was called in to help, and Sub-Officer George Finn of Faversham found that the only passengers aboard were his wife and 2 children, who were slightly injured. Other blocked roads include those between Hythe and Lydd, Deal and Dover, and Ramsgate to Canterbury. The snowploughs are still working, although one is stuck in a 7-foot drift on the Dover to Deal Road near the Duke of York's Royal Military School. Kent farmers have had a busy day, taking out food for their sheep, and in some cases rescue operations have taken place where sheep have become lost in the deep drifts on downland. The AA at Maidstone report that they dealt with more than 1,000 telephone calls for advice or physical help. Over 60 vehicles were abandoned on Death Hill at Farningham on the A20, and police and road workers have spent the day clearing these from the roads. Within the last 2 hours, it has been possible for single-line traffic to operate on this stretch of the A20. Frost is forecast for tonight, and the motoring organisations are urging their members not to travel at all, even if roads are cleared by the morning.
Well, it's been possible to sketch in only a few details of this picture. The RAC say that the blizzard now seems to be spreading north to Yorkshire. They've had their troubles in Scotland too, with the Perth Braemar and many other main roads still blocked. Here in London, the underground trains kept moving, though a few stretches of line above ground have been blocked. The buses have plodded on. In fact, early today, they were almost the sole road users. It'll be very cold, isn't it? With easterly winds reaching gale force in many areas and bringing generally cloudy weather. There will also be showers of snow and sleet, and in east and northeast England and eastern districts of Scotland, showers may be frequent enough to give moderate falls of snow in some areas with heavy drifting. Elsewhere, only scattered showers are expected, and in western districts of Scotland, northwest England and Northern Ireland, there will be a few bright intervals. Frost will be widespread tonight and at first tomorrow, and roads will be icy. But maximum temperatures will be just a little above freezing point, similar to today. The outlook for Wednesday, continuing cold, with frost morning and evening, and further snow in places. The old year is going out in a flurry of the most unpleasant sort of winter weather: snow, sleet, freezing drizzle, and high winds. In Scotland, the Hogmanay weather is described as the worst for many years. First footers in Northumberland, the worst hit county in the north of England, are being advised to do their first footing on foot.
Your call has been answered by equipment which demonstrates the signals transmitted by post office daytel systems over telephone lines. Firstly, the daytel 200 service. This is channel 1, binary 1. This is channel 1, binary 0. This is channel 1 transmitting continuous data.
No, hang on. Jennifer's the girl you used to see around the place, but now she's gone. Yes, she's gone to that great gig in the sky. She never had the chance to say goodbye. Oh, Jennifer, why did you have to die? Every Monday morning she would cross the busy road to get her coffee. She liked it strong, always waited for the light. But one day she just didn't see that bike. Oh, Jennifer, it gave you such a fright. Jennifer, I wonder if you're listening to this song. Never had the chance to say I loved you all along. I watched you every single morning. You saw the bike, you didn't hear my warning. Jennifer, Jennifer's a girl you used to see around the place, but now she's gone. Yeah, she's gone to the great gig in the sky. I'd love to see you when it's time to die. I sold the bike, I must apologize.